It's aggressive. I love it from them. But for PSG, this is the first Clinks, at least in the China region for this tour and this division, of course. And for Axe, it's the second game. So PSG entering this game with just a couple weirder picks.
I like it though, and I think you know, there were a couple of cool things mentioned when we were in the draft. We were talking about Helm of the Dominator, Helm of the Overlord. Obviously, is sort of the weird one because Clinks can't eat the Ancients.
Yep.
But there's always going to be those Ench creeps that they can try and eat up too. So a couple of different ways to try and take away this stuff from Ybb. And unfortunately, I don't think that there's going to be a great Helm of the Dominator hero on the side of LGD. But I'll tell you this. I built it in my pub. You
did build it in your pub, yeah, you were telling me.
It was great.
You liked it?
On a Lich, yes. That way I just kept giving gold to the Clinks. It was amazing. If Planet does that, though, I'm pretty sure he's getting kicked. So
Zhao's gonna have some stern words. It's like, where's the 4-star brother? It's like, no.
Helm of the
Shira needs more gold.
Doesn't matter that the Enchantress can take over my creep. It's fine. Dude, ZZQ taking a lot of damage there.
Yeah, kind of rough. But also, another thing to think about with the Clinks, even though he can't take over the Ancient creeps, when Beastmaster picks up his Dominator, normally carries get kicked out of lane. A Clinks, if he has his ultimate available, will be able to quickly throw out the death patch, eat that neutral creep, and then run away as well, right? Or even look for a kill. So it just stalls out that early tower aggression. And on top of that, of course, Enchantress will be bringing creeps to every engagement. So quite a nice Clinks pick just for the early game.
Taking a look at all these lanes. Look at that spray up top. I am ZZQ. That's awesome. It's got a pretty cool little hat on also. As we can see real quickly now, Jakiro's starting to drop somewhat low down bottom. He already took a lot of harassment over there to the side, and you can see Planet, even with just the glimpses, keeping the pressure on him. He might be in some more trouble now. ZZQ's starting to drop lower and lower. We'll have the dual breath, but with the glimpse pullback, that's going to be first blood. Zeal draws it.
It's an aggressive lane, this Axe Disruptor. I mean, Axe +1 is always just incredibly strong, especially when you step out. And now that Disruptor's back in meta with Glimpse, it's going to be a beautiful one. And yeah, I feel like Axe also itemizes quite nicely to deal with this TA, the minus armor spam. So yeah, PSG laning so far going to be pretty good.
But for Ybb, you can see the Zench picking up the Harpy Stormcrafter, super annoying to deal with in the lane. It's just already using it to the best of their ability to try and get these denies out and keep the pressure on.
Yeah, luckily it's already dead for PSG. It's got a short life, especially with Enchantress. Yeah, surprising that PSG didn't look to try and block up some of these neutrals, actually allowing Enchantress the easy spawn. All camps are available, so plenty of options for Ench to play around with.
Well, they're still, in spite of the denial there, you can see that they're still willing to play somewhat aggressive onto Why You Smile. Does have his Spirit coming back to him now, so plus good chunk of damage.
Yeah.
Let's be careful about his movement there.
Yeah, that's kind of the trade-off. Mentioning not blocking the camps. Through not blocking the camps, it does give Why You Smile options to gain the damage and armor. But
oh man,
he is getting slapped up quite heavily right now. To be fair, Shira's not getting hit, so Shira's pretty happy. Level 3, Why You Smile is sacrificing his game quite a lot just to make sure this Clinks can accelerate his game and get to that level 6 as quick as possible.
Another dual breath down bottom. Zeal still farming quite well though, 13-1. All of the cores seeming to do pretty well. Beastmaster just about a whole wave behind. But yeah, I think that this looks like a pretty free game for Zeal so far. Already has his Ring of Health, getting towards that Vanguard. He's going to be able to put some more pressure on, and if ZZQ's not careful, he could run into more trouble here too. Just anytime that glimpse is up and online, he's in danger of being killed off.
Yeah, Jakiro likes playing lanes where he can slowly chip down his opponent, but this Axe, already with Ring of Health, going into Vanguard, not only would it stop Jakiro's limited mana pool at harassing him out, it'll also prevent TA from kicking him out of lane. And, Axe can kind of replicate what a Beastmaster does in regards to pressuring this tier 1 tower. You get Vanguard, you skip the wave, you get the catapult to hit. You can honestly take the tower sometimes even quicker than Beastmaster, especially this whole Clinks factor in top lane eating the early Dominator.
Why You Smile, getting brought down lower and lower, will get sniped in the end. Beyond makes the move in with this Axes build on the Beastmaster, so they find themselves another kill. Not bad at all.
Yeah, I still feel like this is PSG kind of laughing a little bit in this top lane. Because Shira's like, boys, I'm just free farming. Thanks, Why You Smile. It's like some Spartan gameplay. If you're a Western European viewer, you're seeing some Spartan plays. He dies a couple of times, but Nande just gets some insane free farm. Already 24 and 5 on the Clinks.
And one thing that we're not seeing either is that what I was kind of curious about was if Beyond was going to go and try and do some stacking. He's not actually decided to go for that other point in Inner Beast. So no Boars to go stack the Ancients like we've seen in some of the other regions as well. But nonetheless, come on over here, going for a quick little pull.
Oh, he is actually just sending out the board now. So
okay.
You have summoned the play to happen, and I mean, PSG, they don't have the best stack takers before Clinks gets like Maelstrom if he goes that route.
Yeah.
Axe is probably not going to reposition all the way there. Ooh, nothing to say. Nearly going down as well in the mid lane.
Got him caught there. It looks like with an avalanche toss combo. Yeah, it's true. The congestion, at least for now, unless you bring the Axe, is going to be very difficult for them. But likewise, I would say that like even just a Pango could be pretty annoying when he's trying to take those stacks on the Beastmaster, and that might give enough time if he rolls in and disrupts things for Zeal to make the rotation over.
Yeah, for sure. I think PSG, they're going to be really good at just threatening rather than taking. It's more like, okay, if you want to come and do it, you're going to have to use either bring a lot of heroes or waste a lot of resources to do it.
Right.
But so far, very static start to the game. And yeah, I feel like this mid lane, haven't spoke about it too much, but depending on who gets a 6-minute rune, that could really, start dictating a little bit more pace of this game.
Right, and being forced back to base there hasn't really hurt nothing to say too much yet. It feels like Zeal playing in the wave right up in Lowe's face and able to catch him with the taunt, but now ZZQ with the slowdown, and well, Disruptor dead leave to go stack up, and you can see with the Vanguard, it's just no fear at all right now for the Axe.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping him from getting kicked out of this lane. I think, if anything, if he steps up again, some Dual Breath slow into a tiny TP, completely different story with some tower tanking. But yeah, these stacks are going to be immensely good for PSG. And now nothing to say is the first mid hero to make the rotation. It is scouted out, though, by the Radiant Observer. So nice hindsight, or not hindsight, nice forward-thinking play, sorry, from Ybb.
Yeah, catches that one out. And I mean, you think about also on the side of Ybb, if they bring numbers and try and take the stacks, they can take it really easily, right? You've got TA in this game. It's sort of going to need to come down to them scouting it, realizing what's going on. But with, Ench being away, or excuse me, Disruptor being away for a little bit, there might be some inkling that that's what's going on. Is mid, nothing to say, tanks another Avatos combo, spams out the wave, they're good to go. And Stomp. Okay, Shiro needs to be careful. Another round of axes, and with the impetus, it's almost enough. Beyond,
Detection?
He's going to need to snipe it. No, he's not going to find him.
Yeah. Ming had his center in his backpack, so wasn't able to throw it down when Shiro was on a sliver of HP there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So Shiro gets away without too much lost, as Salve going to be transferred over towards mid. And so far, 6 stacks for that Disruptor, only 5 on the entire team of Ybb.
Dude, these are some juicy stacks.
Wait a minute, they're going.
Lou's having a look, yeah.
They're going. So we knew that this was possible, that this might be a move that they would go for. Tries to find Planet now. Hits him with the Meld Strike. He's just a sliver away. And is going to be able to connect onto him. But can they come and take these?
I mean, they've got the Jakiro here as well. One Dual Breath into a couple clicks, but
it's taken a while, though. This is the danger. And now they're going to turn on to Zeal, try and blow him up, burning through the refraction instances, getting that extra armor, and now starting to hit onto the stack. 7E is there. They're going to find Zeal, but they do manage to bring him down. Now nothing to say. Bounce it back and forth between the two of them. Finds a couple of heroes. They've even brought a whole freaking creep wave over this side. But yeah, Lul stuck around a little bit longer. Planet now onto him. I mean, it's kind of a low amount of heroes to bring to contest this stack, but they are kind of doing it.
I mean, they're not really hitting the stacks. They're killing some heroes right now, but Lou, he's just starting to do it now.
This is huge.
He can't tank it, though.
If they can do this, I mean, they have an Ench creep here, so I think that they're going to be able to take it.
All right, he's got the one. All right, nice. Okay.
Wow. What a huge change in this game. And now, why you smile? He's going to get caught. Avatos, Ybb. They're playing fast. They're playing their style of Dota, and it's working. They brought 4 heroes
and now
to
it's
the
Ancients.
stack.
Now it's Ancients time. All right.
I mean, this is enormous. I mean, this is what we talked about. Like, if they find an opening, if they see that this is going on, they can take them.
Yeah, I love the fact that they're bringing heroes here. If Jakiro is not here, there's no way TA can tank this by herself. And 7E, he knows he can't be the one hitting the Ancients. He has to play on the fringe. If PSG initiate, then he can reinitiate and take the fight. But this was, 2 triple stacks. taken away a YBB. Probably going to take it up to maybe about only a 1k lead. It's nothing too crazy, but just it prevents that speed in which Axe can go from Vanguard phase boots to suddenly a 30-minute blink on top of that.
The thing that's so interesting about it is they are going to now try and chase down Zeal a little bit here, and I think they actually might get him because, again, they're bringing 4 heroes. As Ava toss, is he going to go down? Zeal, they're saving the toss. And now the roll, okay, nothing to say, shows back up, low, a little bit low, but they will throw forward, not able to connect onto him. And yeah, nothing to say, just buying enough space for his partner to get out of harm's way. Or is he? No, they're going to keep going. Just when you think it's over, it's not.
And Klink's just died top.
Oh, man.
He died solo to the Beastmaster.
Dude, they were not ready for this. They were not ready at all. And Beyond, he's going to be punished. But the bigger take is just these constant kills down here on the bottom lane. He has a shield crash, but the toss is there. Misses on the ice path. Lil trying to get the slow down, and it's enough to bring down nothing to say.
Dude,
what just happened?
This 4-man conga line of YBB is just slaughtering PSG. They're just not in position to make these plays. Like PSG, they're a little bit more static with their heroes, right? It's Axe AFKs in a lane, Klink's AFKs in a lane, and yeah, YBB, they're punishing it. Even killing YU Smile again.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Oh no.
Wait, hold 1 second.
Jinxed.
Yeah,
Jinxed. Well. So I guess the one thing that's sort of weird about that was, like, it started to look really, really good for YBB because they were getting kills and taking the stack, but then LGD just like let them have it, and then they went out and farmed, and there was like 2 waves hitting the bottom tower, and I think that's why it's not as much of a gold lead as I would have anticipated.
Sure, and it honestly could have been worse if Beyond didn't get a solo kill onto Shiro, but the fact that he was able to do that, and now Beyond's taking his ancient stacks, TA took the PSG's ancient stacks. Both of these heroes that are meant to be activated after laning phase should in theory get to their items relatively quickly. And like the panel was mentioning, whoever wins that first fight gets the first Roshan. For YBB, it's securing, pressuring tier 3s. For PSG, it's stabilizing the game to wait for the next Roshan to then look to win. And
their numbers. Static Storm, it's all in a Jakiro though, and the Axes, they're close. They're gonna try and steal these stacks now, so just a lot of stolen abilities, but look at them run in! Oh, and now the roar onto Disruptor. Shiro, he's so low. He's actually getting away though. Oh, I can't believe Klink's got out of that one. That's crazy. It looks like nothing to say with the swashbuckle. No, he's gonna toss. Hurricane after. Toss the creep on to him. Get on back here. Nothing to say. They couldn't find him. And swashbuckle to the high ground. It was a cool move, but in the end, it was not enough. Dude, this is a very fast tempo game. I'm liking this.
This is very aggressive. And like even Shiro, right? He's living because of the death pact, but also he's on like 50 HP. Doesn't even power, swap his treads. He's on Agi the entire time. Like it's very close. But for PSG at least, they're trying to seek revenge. They lost their ancients. They want to go in, but they weren't really able to take anything. And sure, if you look at poor lad. I feel like every time you look at YU Smile, 70's just running him down.
Playing fast and loose and looking to try and finally take a tower now.
I mean, YBB, they just know that PSG's lineup is all about items and scaling, right? Like, Pangler is the glue to PSG's lineup. If he isn't popping off, then there's no way an early game Axe or Cleans can really threaten what YBB has. Like, this is YBB's time, and take top tier 1, take mid tier 1, look for Roshan. I think the next 5-10 minutes of this game, it really should be YBB dictating every single move.
Well, and again, we talked about this potential comeback that they have of the Klinks being able to take the creeps and all the rest of it. But because Beyond has been farming so well, he's almost got that Helm of the Overlord. He just completely left away the Helm of the Dominator and went for the Vlads, as we will see Tianming get caught here for a moment. Drops down the Macro Pyre. Some pretty good damage there onto LGD, and immediately they deward the ward that was just placed. Feels bad.
It happens, for YBB at least.
70.
Are they actually going to get a pick?
Toss. Oh, he doesn't have
so
it. Ice
low.
Path wasn't up.
But still, like, this is really good for YBB. Like, you're trading an Ench for Rolling Thunder.
Oh! From downtown.
Bro, that was clean.
That was awesome.
Nice.
Wow, YBB.
Take top, take mid. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, they're just playing their draft really nicely right now. It all stems from one ancient stack contest. It really breaks the comfort of PSG playing a wider map, and one bad TP dragging heroes to over farm each other, like just over, cross over their farming patterns. happens, it really prevents PSG from hitting their stride. And dude, this TA is incredibly fat. Deso about to be completing 200 gold.
Yeah, on top of the Dragon Lance treads, all the rest of it, she has gotten what she needs. And Roche, I mean, it's going to be coming up super quick because once this Helm of the Dominator is done, going to be going straight into the Overlord. Clinks can't eat that one if he takes an Ancient.
Yep.
There's going to be the Blink Dagger, now done on Axe, on top of Vanguard. So this could be one of the avenues that they need Zeal to pop off.
Yeah, not only do they need Zeal to pop off, they need to isolate the TA in a position where Clinks can then layer damage on top with the Disruptor.
Okay.
But the concern there is YB already has ways to play around it. Ench can just kind of run in with the heal. You've got this AoE, mitigation with the Ice Path and the Macro Pyre. Tiny can toss back. So YB, they have so much in their toolkit to prevent this Axe having a really clean entry with his Blink Dagger,
and not
as
only
long as
that,
they're positioned, right?
Like the way that you're describing it, it sounds like it's 10 different steps that has to be done perfectly. So
yeah, that's true. No, it's hard.
Well, they will at least scout out that Roche was being thought about being taken, and the Elder Titan always very annoying to deal with. And as soon as the Spirit gets sent back, they're going to smoke up. And look at this LGD, they're trying to move in too. Down to the south, they find the Ench. That's a decent, well, if they can't kill her quickly, the rest of the team is showing up, and this fight could go poorly for him. But the Static Storm down, well played. Still going to end up costing him his life, most likely. The Roar over in the river finds the Elder Titan. 7E able to connect now onto Zeal. Why You Smile dropping very low. Next round of axes gets the finish, and he can't get away with his Blink Dagger. So in the end, it's going to be Ench and maybe going down Zeal here too.
An instant TP to top as well. Lou pressuring, nothing to say. YBB, they got an Arcane on the Tiny, and you notice a hard game for PSG. They're jumping an Enchantress with Axe plus Clinks with a Disruptor. Right. It's like, there's no damage. It's not like this Ench was 100 to 0. She's able to walk away a little bit. Of course, she precast her heal, but PSG, they have no way to kill off YBB unless they are just egregiously out of position, and it's like 3 or 4 heroes clobbering them down.
Well, this at least is something that will help a little bit. Getting this Diffusal Blade onto Pango, it's a huge increase in his sort of damage potential. Kind of broken, to be honest, but
a little bit, yep.
It sort of depends upon him being able to get out multiple swashes in a row. And with Tiny, with Beastmaster, having long-range ice paths, all this stuff sort of scares me a little bit. His potential just get exploded in the fight.
No, I mean, these fights are so messy, and I feel like nothing to say. He's going to have to do a lot of work at just disrupting YBB's positioning to make sure they can't enable each other. And yeah, PSG, it looks like they're going to be conceding first Roshan. Again, with this lineup, after how hard the start has been for them, it does feel like they will be skipping waves, hoping to survive the first Aegis, then to look to contest for Shiro. He shows for a second.
This is crazy. If they get Roche and they also get Shiro, they're gonna. Oh, man. LGD. I don't know if they woke up on the wrong side of the bed or what's going on, but YBB, they are definitely taking it to him here. And a little bit of that Div 2 magic coming back for them here.
Yeah, if anything, I'll just say this is YBB drafting their style and PSG being a little bit cheeky, trying to push the boundaries of how far they can push their heroes. And when they don't win their lanes, these are the type of drafts that rely on 30, 40-minute comebacks. And yeah, PSG, they're just going to be on the back foot now for, for the foreseeable future of the game.
Incredibly tough. Again, it's only a 3,000 gold lead. We've seen comebacks from bigger than this before many, many times. I think some of them even earlier today. But 13-6 as this tier 2 tower is going to get hit. Nothing to say very much behind enemy lines now, but it's hard to imagine them taking a solid fight when you've got TA traps back there. He's just trying to cut the wave.
He's already been, such a nuisance.
Can you actually get out of here, though?
A little swatch to kill the wave off. Maybe he throws out a roll, but there's
a hawk right on him.
And a trap.
He is mega dead.
That's very dead, yeah.
I mean, it's dangerous trying to do these split push plays. It does slow it down, and you look mid, there's action happening there. They actually managed to find the Ench, who's sticking around a bit too long, and now Beyond tries to make the move to catch. They can't do it. So LGD, very good at creating space. Fortunately for them, that time it cost them their Pango's life.
They're scaling though, because this time when they jump the Ench, she actually dies. Last time they failed at it. So,
point.
PSG is getting stronger using the Ench metric.
Okay.
I don't know how well that was going to really work out for them. But no, PSG already kind of demonstrating that they know they're at a really weak position. Nothing to say throwing his body. As soon as they see a couple heroes chasing him, then they look to find another kill elsewhere on the map. And I feel like that's going to be the theme for PSG at least. It's just keep making these weird plays, keep prolonging. And, you know, Klinks will get to a point where he is this unkillable hero. Right. As soon as he gets like Gleipnir, BKB +1, even if he's not unkillable, the burst damage that he can do inside some Blink Axe Call will be insane.
I mean, the other thing that's kind of interesting, though, for this Ench, right? She's going in for this pipe, too. So it helps to mitigate some of those little remnants of damage that are coming out. And particularly because she's going to be doing so much split pushing, it feels like. She's actually going to be pretty well farmed. She's catching up to 7E right now on the Tiny. As posturing around this area, LGD wanting to defend their triangle, it looks like. And Axe actually completed the Blade Mail. But they're kind of going to get kicked out of this area now. And well, can't really do much. The Ench creep is keeping on pushing through bottom. While Lul farms up and takes away the jungle from him.
Age is out in 2 minutes. Again, don't forget, Blade Mail is online. If they find the tier by herself, they can kill her twice if YBB is not in position. And if you look at the minimap, they are very spread right now. And PSG is smoked up.
CZQ might get glimpsed here. And that one should be an easy one. Oh, he broke it! He broke the Rolling Thunder, still in trouble, gonna get chopped by Zeal. So they managed to make a pretty solid move. In fact, you could argue that it would have been better if they let the roll went off, but no such luck. As Klinks takes over one of those Ench creeps, a nice little influx of damage for him. And, well, YBB just content farming out more of the map than LGD for now.
Yeah, and you're mentioning that the fact that Ench is going to maybe overtake Tiny, the trade-off is PSG. Their cores are also scaling. Like, if Tiny isn't scaling because he's always looking to find that next pick, he's toss-backing his Jakiro, he's going to maybe hinder his own game, and this puts YBB into that awkward point where post-Aegis, if they don't execute correctly, that's when this comeback potential comes online. So sure, they are building a 5k lead, but...
Look at this, esportsbet.io, even odds right now between these two teams. That's not what I would have anticipated. And of course, it wasn't the same coming into this one. Pango's going in for the Aghanim Scepter next, too.
They just want anything to make fights feel weird. And no, I think YBB, even with this Aegis, they are scared about hitting objectives, because hitting objectives into ET, one of the best anti-aggressive heroes, especially around objective areas, you hit that one clutch stomp onto 2 cores into any follow-up damage, it is going to be disastrous for YBB. So they are respecting PSG immensely. And you might even argue, are they respecting them too much, where they're not really utilizing their early game advantage to really knock PSG out of this game?
Well, they did just lose one of those Helm of the Overlord creeps, and BKB done for the TA. I have a feeling that, like you're saying, the sort of level of respect is going to be cut down pretty soon here, because with BKB done, with Enchantress having a pipe, it feels like it's their time to shine.
Yeah, especially with the fact that you mentioned this BKB. It's how does she die, really? If anything, it's more how does she utilize the BKB? If she blinks in, gets called, disengage, and now she has no BKB. That's the thing.
They find Shiro's away from him, but in the mid lane they're jumping.
That's a big
looking for the fight. Can they get it? It's a macro pyre. It is an ice path. Zeal is burning to death. Some good damage though. Lu pops that BKB and now trying to back away. Nothing to say. Trying to get out of there, but Lu is gonna go down. Still, the magical damage did rip LGD a little bit to shreds, but nothing to say. Kills off that bird, so they don't have damage or vision for the impetuses. Ice path down, tries to back away. ZZQ getting run down by Shiro, and with another glimpse pullback, Beyond also in trouble. He does have a stomp coming in from the Ench creep, but it won't be in time. It won't be enough. What a huge turnaround from LGD.
I mean, this is exactly what I was talking about for YBB. They have to respect this ET. They clump up in the mid lane. They hit a beautiful 3-man avalanche, but there was no real damage after. Thank God we have a replay. And look at ET. Look how juicy meaty. It's a Gleipnir into the stomp, and then there's no Aegis now on Lu. So all Axe has to do is play on the fringe. He has low HP. Boom, cool, double call. And at this point, YBB is just on the full retreat. They're fighting into a tier 2 area where they don't really have very good positioning, no real purpose, chasing the pickoffs. That's not what you want to see. And yeah, YBB, a poor fight from them, but PSG instantly capitalized on it. And yeah, now the game gets kind of scary for them.
Yeah, it's a weird situation to be in. And, you know, you normally think, okay, you find the initiator at the start of the fight, that's going to go well for you. But like you said, there's multiple avenues of initiation now. And for Lil, just to not get that BKB off before he was already half HP feels pretty bad. Don't anticipate that we're going to see that type of a thing happen again in the future here, but we'll have to watch and wait and see. And of course, the fight right after the Aegis expired.
Exactly. Not the best. And I mean, in mid lane as well, I didn't realize that PSG, they had a ward in front of their tier 2 tower.
Yeah.
So that entire fight was set up by the fact that they hide behind their own tier 2, hide behind their trees, and they know exactly all the information. So yeah, I think PSG, bided their time, waited it out, and really nice stuff from them.
Well, coming up on 25 minutes now, and they still have been able to control a good portion of the map on YBB, but LGD making some of these comebacks in terms of gameplay happen. Ench is becoming more and more of a problem. Tianming has had a very good game, and now going into the Force Staff next on top of this, like other team fight-oriented items, things could start to look a little bit scary for him. I'm also curious if we've seen a couple of Beastmasters go back for Guardian Greaves, but he's just going straight BKB.
Yeah, I feel like YBB need to be survivable. Like when all these clutch plays come up from PSG, the stomps, the calls, basically they need to keep each other alive and then go, okay, we survived your initiation, now let's just barrel through you with our TA clicks and our Beastmaster summons. Yeah. So I'd love to see them itemize like that. And for Tianming on the Enchantress, I'd like to see him go more right-clicking now. Like he went all in on Pike. Sure, there's a little bit of damage that you want to mitigate there. But now go for the Hurricane Pike, become that core. So when your Beastmaster or Tiny initiate, you are now also like this artillery alongside your TA that PSG has to think about.
No, it's true. And I think that, obviously the like pipe very good against the ET Aura, all that brings to the table. They might need something eventually, like an AC out of the Beastmaster too, to try and match that similar type of stuff if he can manage to stay alive. But as far as fights go, to me, the other hero that kind of, I mean, obviously did so much in that one was Nothing to Say. He's going to do even more now with this full Aghanim Scepter done. I just want to see them roar, blink TA blow up. Like, get him out of the game. Don't let Nothing to Say play.
It also doesn't help that he has the Brigand's Blade. I feel like every time you see a Pangolier nowadays, not only is he a broken mid-hero that needs Diffusal to have a good game, he often, 9 times out of 10, don't hold me to that exact stat, gets the Brigand's Blade. So he's just pumping out all the damage needed.
It's pretty crazy.
There's just a lot of layers to PSG's lineup once it survives the early hurdle of YBB.
God, and full Scotty done on Clinks after that last engagement.
God, it just keeps coming, doesn't it? Jeez, they're all just getting items. Yeah, and Clinks overtakes TA for the first time in the game now.
Vision, they're there. They see him. Right away, Zeal on site, Planet. Spotted for a moment, but they're just going to take over this side of the map now, it looks like. And with Roche having respawned, there's an interesting window here. Are they going to go for it? I think they are.
They need to. They have vision advantage, both entry to jungle and mid lane.
This was a quick Roche. LGD don't know about it. And they're going to be kicking themselves after this. What a huge, unfortunate series of events. And with ET Aura, it's one of those things that feels like it shouldn't happen. But they managed to get away with one. A free Aegis for YBB.
Like you said, PSG 100% will be kicking themselves at this stage of the game with Pangolier and ET. Incredible Roshan contestants. Just respecting that smoke up, of course. YBB from smoke dewarded, so it's okay, maybe in the area, but the fact that they went all the way to the bottom ancient area rather than maybe repositioning to top, maybe they have a bigger picture for the game.
Right, and you think again about the way that this sort of last fight had gone. I mean, it feels like that bigger picture for the game is going to have to be just waited out and hope that things get better later.
Here we go. Again, I know like in these games, it's so hard for PSG to make that perfect call because for YBB, anytime they get a free pick, there's going to be an objective after. They have Beast, Jakiro, Tiny, TA. These heroes rinse the towers. So I feel like for PSG, if they don't feel like they're 100% ready for an engagement, they'll probably say, don't worry, give it up, we'll find the next play. Like even after the first Aegis, they skipped waves, they got pickoffs. They were the ones that were dictating the game when YBB had the first Aegis. So as long as they can do that, replicate that again, I don't think they're too concerned. Because once again, like let's say YBB walks up to high ground. Now they're putting themselves in a bad position to try and take the rack. So I think for PSG, with their heroes that they have, they are comfortable conceding some of this, but
Okay.
it also depends on the confidence that they have in the next engagement.
It's going to come down to, like you said, if they do decide to try and force it on YBB, or if they just sort of split the map and try and like catch them on the other side, in which case then that thing can happen that you're talking about of LGD sort of playing more defensively. But with now Daedalus done on TA, there's creeps
so
hitting
much
that
damage.
bottom side. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a scary situation for them. And YBB are going to make that sort of cross-map move, but look at LGD's position on the mini-map. You have this like ball of heroes mid from YBB that don't want to get picked off, and everybody is farming right now on LGD. They're cutting into this net worth lead at the same time that this is happening, but can they get out? Doesn't look like it. On a trap, going to get just about 3-shot. The silence and the disarm is there. Loses all of his mana. Beyond needs to find it, and the roar is going to be there. All right, so they do manage to kill off Nothing to Say. It's a punish, but again, they're still farming pretty well across the rest of the map for LG, but this is looking a little bit scary.
Oh, now they're seeing ET in mid.
Find him, maybe.
Oh, okay, no, it's just a
get there.
Beastmaster. Really unlucky for Nothing to Say there. Like when he does the roll TP, if it was slightly more angled towards the left-hand side, he wouldn't have bounced back into the Beastmaster, into the roar. But yeah, I think for YBB, the fact they have the gem on the Tiny, sweeping across the map, trying to get the D wards, they are choking out the vision of PSG. They need to make that play they just made, maybe even one more time to force all of PSG back to base, or even just go straight for the high ground. Because if they let PSG back out to encircle them to skip waves, that's what makes it so uncomfortable. Because it's like, we have our tools to go high ground, but you're just never letting us get there.
Right. Well, and
just look how hard it is. Like, they look at this wave and it's like gone. Like, Lou wants to hit this tier 3, but the wave just disappeared in front of him. There's a Clinks.
Yeah. I mean, the gold lead is now, with LGD stuck in the base, starting to go up a pretty significant amount, up to 8K now. But it does sort of lend itself to the question of, okay, when are they actually going to go high ground? When's this actually going to happen? Because for now, it's just kind of chilling outside mode, which is pretty annoying, it feels like, probably. But, you know, both teams have a Philosopher's Stone. They're hanging out.
YBB is doing it correctly, at least, right?
Yeah.
It's like they've choked PSG into their base. You see them trying to group up. You know, what are they even doing? They're just kind of holding hands as 4. Are they smoking? Are they doing anything here? Nope.
On LGD?
Yep. No,
Yeah.
I'm just seeing what they're doing. They're just
No, they have
literally
to
5
stay.
in base.
Yeah, they got to chill.
All right.
I mean, it feels very, very rough to make any move. All the vision started to get taken away also. The Tiny has this gem.
Yep.
They've been able to cut out everything except for a small sliver up on the top side of the map. So no idea what's happening in this game. And of course, you're playing against TA traps. You're playing against Hawks. When you're behind in vision in this type of a game, it feels that much worse.
Yeah, especially, you know, TA traps with the shard. So you're going to silence as well, have insane solo kill threat.
You know the other problem?
What's the other problem?
They can't hear Zhao yelling at him, go smoke.
Ah, that's true. That is true. I mean, to be fair, there could be some, like, code, you know, door knocking.
Okay.
He, like, walks past the room to go to another room. It's like,
Please, no. Oh, there it is. Now they smoke.
Ah, see?
They heard us talk about it. That's what it was.
It wasn't Boss Man knocking on the door.
All right. What can they find, though, here? Hey.
Currently, they're running into potentially a Tiny, but he's already now repositioned back into the high ground triangle.
Yeah, nobody's showing. There's a full wave hitting their bottom tower. They know that this is going on. So they're defending the high ground and in position to try and fight this. Zeal reveals himself, jump forward right on top of that Tiny. Not bad. Static Storm is following up, but they get the BKB off on the Tiny to back away. No BKB for the Beastmaster, but the jump forward. 7E, Avatar, Shiro starting to fall low. Is it going to be enough for the kill? It is. So they take down the one Clinks, but the call's going to be there onto 7E. A second round of the Avatos. Lul can't get into the fight right now, but it doesn't matter. They have the rest of the numbers, and from up on high, they take down 3 with no buyback. Dangerous times for LGD. Are they going to drop a game to YBB here?
I mean, they're going to drop a Rax or 2 to YBB at least. It's 60 seconds, no Clinks, 40 seconds, no Axe. Sure, you got to buy back on ET. Luckily for PSG, they got the Pango still alive, but...
Avalanche chase in, find planet, gone. The value of a gem. They're going to pop a glyph now, but yeah, like you said, this is going to be a Rax. It's going down. They've got, what, 30 seconds until Clinks, and this is a TA. TA Deso with Daedalus. Going to at least be this one and probably go top.
This all started because 7E perfectly got his BKB from the Axe initiation. He survived that jump. And on turn, sure, you kill off Beastmaster, but you have bottom outpost control. Buys back instantly into the fight. So yeah, Ybb, quick reactions, perfect positioning, utilizing buybacks. They're gonna, yeah, I'd be surprised if they get, surely they get, okay, no, they are respecting it. I was gonna say maybe they take the tower here at least, but okay, come on.
Back away for a moment. Want the creep wave to die so they don't have to worry about the axe call as much. Zeal's still there, a little bit dangerous. Look at all these traps in the forward position. If they step to the wrong side,
Nice
he gets
blink.
away. Blink back. Sick BKB, bro. As they run away from them, there will be a glimpse available. So likely catch a couple on the retreat here. As Enchantress also in some trouble. They found a really good stomp onto low. Does have BKB with the TP, but look at it lined up. Zeal, though, with the big call, able to connect now onto this TA. Down to half HP. She's in trouble. Does she have a way out? No. The dunk is there, and she doesn't have buyback. The rest of Ybb now in trouble. They're starting to drop. Oh, no, not like this. LGD, they make the comeback happen with this great fight. I mean, they do end up losing a lot, though. The Beastmaster, Boars, and everything else ran in and took almost the entire top racks.
Okay, Roshan might respawn in 17 seconds. Again, for Ybb, that's the type of play where it's like, don't worry, guys. We'll go back there soon. It's all good. And now the game will dictate if PSG truly is making the comeback. If Roshan respawns quickly, PSG's back. If it's like a 2-minute respawn, then Ybb will be able to respawn, group back up, sweep back to their vision.
That's enough time.
A minute, yeah, a minute 4. That's plenty of time. It wasn't some quick one. Okay, gems. Who's got the gems now? Okay, Wild Smile's actually got 2 gems on him at the moment.
Okay.
Which is, you know, maybe one more than he needs in his inventory. Might want to throw one back in base as like an insurance, but meanwhile, while Shearer's heading mid, you see on the top side of the minimap, yeah, little Wiry Smile, he's running around, killing off all the traps, killing off all the wards.
Right.
Trying to cleanse his side of the map from this pesky Ybb.
I think that, yeah, there's something to be said, too, about, like, being able to take that gem from the Tiny now and, like, the fact that they're not going to have that in the next fight. It opens up more avenues here for things to go good for LGD. And the gold lead, you know, after taking almost 2 sets of racks, you'd imagine it'd be bigger, but it actually gets cut into again because of all the buybacks, all the deaths, and now LGD farming out the entire map. A little bit scary stuff again still for Ybb. Losing that tier 2 tower, you lose another fight, suddenly they're running down mid.
Again, their draft is this like Death Ball-esque style lineup where if it gets defended 1 or 2 times, it will fall off in its steam and its ability to confidently go back towards the racks and, you know, convert on that aggression.
Right.
And, you know, buyback-wise, like you were mentioning, what is it? So PSG, they only had to use their 2 support buybacks in that previous fight. 2 support buybacks to half the net worth lead to keep your melee top racks alive. Like, that's honestly quite a win.
Well, Roche still a little ways away. They are going to be able to kill off that Hawk. No, they're not, because there's an Avatos back while you smile. Enchant to slow, and now the roar finds the clinks, but the axe call, is it going to be enough for the save? And Shiro with the damage, the turn, oh, it's so much, but 7E, can he kill him off in time? A couple more punches, he's not doing enough. Finally, with the avalanche, the BKB wearing off, he finishes him off. But it's going to be low dead again without buyback, and nothing to say. Starting to clean up a little bit here, too. It's only 2 heroes left.
I don't think anyone won that fight, Lyrical.
No.
I'll be honest.
The viewers did, though.
That is true.
Oh, it was a buyback from Jakiro, though. That does make a little bit of a difference again.
Okay, PSG, incredible victory at the 37-minute mark. No, if anything, yeah, PSG are the victors of that fight, because once again, they're stalling out the next Roshan from Ybb. And yeah, for Shiro, like, I think Ybb just have to respect the grouping that they're doing here. You can't group as 3 heroes to club down this.
They're just standing on each other.
I mean, he has Butterfly, he has BKB. They don't have the physical damage to eat through him right now.
Oh.
And if Nothing to Say didn't get bug spotted onto the high ground spot, you could even argue that Clinks could have survived. So
Right.
things are getting scary for Ybb.
Very
Couple
much
misplays,
so.
and yeah, this game, even though they were the ones going for Rex first, in no way are they the ones truly in the lead.
Dude, we got the coolest play ever here going on. All right,
what's happening?
Look at Disruptor. You look at his net worth, 8,000. And you're like, huh, where's all of his net worth at? It's on his courier because he doesn't want them to click on his hero portrait to reveal he has Ags.
Nice.
Dude, he's just keeping that. Okay, no, he took it now. All
Yeah,
right,
he
never
took
mind.
it.
It's over. All right, it's over.
Isn't that also based on the last time they were seen?
Yes.
So I guess he can assume there's going to be some Hawk sign. But yeah, I like the fact that with big items like this, I feel like players could utilize couriers better, especially when you have a gem, for example. Hold your courier next to you, die, courier comes in, takes gem.
Somebody told him that like you're gonna get your courier sniped, and then he just like, all right,
yeah,
fine.
that's true.
It's not cool anymore.
Yeah, Jarrett's at the door again.
All right, but he does have Ag's Disruptor.
I mean, that's massive. Yeah. I feel like YBB, they've been struggling in fights when they've had some like 8k lead plus vision advantage plus position advantage. Now you throw in an Ag Static Storm that can catch anyone off guard.
Ooh, and there's an Aghanim Scepter also on Roche. So pretty soon here, we're going to have the Drums of Slom coming out, which is very strong.
Yes. I was thinking of Beastmaster. To be fair though, I have actually played against a Beastmaster in a pub who went this.
Yeah.
But he went first item, and it was kind of annoying. Like
first item Drums of Slom?
Yeah, he went like Dominator into Slom, and he was just slomming about the place.
The old Schlom.
And he's like healing around, throwing his Slom around, and it's kind of annoying.
Yeah. Nobody likes the Schlom being thrown around.
No, not at all. Not at all.
As they're getting ready to go high ground here now. Zeal waiting for his moment. Has his gem ready to go. God, if you initiate poorly against Axe, it can go bad so quickly. But
they're doing the wraparound though. They're respecting the choke point here, but they need to do a deep wraparound. But the vision in this area is so insane. Every high ground is warded by PSG.
I want YBB to force them back to the base right now. They've got 2 sets of racks. Like, grab a creep wave, send it through mid, and then start hitting bottom racks. LGD has to come back. Easy Roche.
Yeah, unfortunately, that play sounds amazing, but they haven't set themselves up to do that quickly.
Right. Lul, he's over there. They're killing off this wave. It does look like it's going to start shoving in through bottom. So LGD need to make a move beforehand before they're forced back to their base. It looks like they're dodging now on YBB as the wave it's going to be going out there through bottom. LGD, do they try and take Roche? They know that this is what's going to happen. So they're going to try and take Roche before they're forced back in. But there's a whole creep wave coming in bottom.
I mean, the Hawk is scouting out everything. It just dies now.
Yeah, they know that this is going on. The scan is there. LGD, they're in a weird position, but they're going to lose bottom racks. Starting to get pushed away. LGD needing to deal with that split push that's coming in. And they're not able to. It's a full troll wave. But they jump in, they find the Enchantress. Avalanche to try and interrupt that. Now Macro Pyre down on top of this Clinks. He hasn't been able to play Dota in a while, but there's the Static Storm Ags. It only caught onto Tiny, but will that be enough? Oh, nothing to say. He's caught in the weird spot. The chase is there. Tiny is going with no buyback. They all have enough buyback. Oh, no. YBB. What have you done? The fight goes poorly. Now they are taking racks. They are losing this. Nothing to say. Very, very low at this point. Ready to jump into the Beastmaster. He steals it. No, Shiro gets it. Beyond is going to die. Had buyback, but was willing to go in for that one. And while this is happening, they haven't dealt with it. So bottom racks is going to start to drop low. Can they quite finish it off in time, though? The troll creep is good, but it's not good enough. Damn. What a play.
Just YBB in the moment aren't really able to capitalize on it. I love that, like, you're calling for this bottom play. I think if Beastmaster and Enchantress synced up their summons together, they sent the Ancient plus the Troll creep into bot lane, it would have been way quicker on the push. This Rax would have fallen. It might have caused PSG to think about two things, both Roshan and the Rax. But because it was Ench doing it by herself, and Beast didn't join the split push shenanigans, it did give PSG the advantage. And yeah, in the fight as well. It's so spread, it's so split. PSG just love these type of fights.
The Burning Army has been summoned. It's Aghanim Scepter on Klink's 35,000 net worth. Dude, I haven't seen this ability in a very long time.
For a good reason. I as a support player, I hate Klinks, the invisible little run around the map, pick you off type guy. But yeah, the Burning Army, it's back. Spawn some skeletons, throw it out. And with the attack range that he has, the damage that he has, he's going to be loving this freebie. You'd never buy it, but
1,300 range is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's good. It's not great. It's good. Like, again, Klinks players, they'll never go, wow, I love going second item axe.
Okay.
But like when Roshan gives it to you for free, you're like, wow, I
love this.
I love this, yeah. It's just more damage. And yeah, Klinks is just kind of unkillable, honestly. I mean, he's got BKB, Skadi, Satanic Butterfly. TA just completed MKB, so that's going to help out against the Klinks, but he's got, what, 4,500 HP? If he eats some Ench creep or something, it's obviously going to be more. Like,
yeah, and that's, you know, Satanic brought in. He also has a cheese ready to go.
Oh, and he has Tunic as well. Yeah, multiple layers of evasion plus tankiness.
MKB definitely gets a lot of value. It feels like the bigger issue for YBB is just not getting called as like 2 or 3 by Axe. But it looks like they're going to try and force him back again. Another round of creeps heading up towards top. But LGD, they're going to pass by him. How much damage can they get done to this melee Rax? Is it going to go down? It's just a Centaur. There's no way this one goes down too quickly.
I really want to see Beast and Ench use their summons together. Like,
yeah.
I feel like this is such an underrated mechanic here. And if you're doing that to, let's say, the bottom side, meanwhile, you're poking them elsewhere, sure, you might trade a couple heroes, you lose some Jakiro in the fight, right? But if you can just whittle down at least one Rax, then it's like the all-in play for mega creeps, survive the onslaught after. YBB can drag themselves back into this game,
Shiro, he passes by the area where they're smoked up at. No, I hear you. I agree. And I guess the other big problem is, of course, making sure that all their waves is constantly pushed out so that it's always a threat, because that's something that we haven't really seen be happening. Mid lane is very much pushed in right now. 7E in the area where the rest of LGD are at. He did for a little while have the AC queued up, but has decided to go in for the Ags on the Tiny.
Okay.
And now going back for the Daedalus after.
I mean, I don't mind having some more explosive damage, especially if you hit that raw or ice path onto someone, right? You want to put them to half HP. Looking at Shiro, though, he's going to be, you know, brushing off this damage. He doesn't really care.
Multi-shot Searing Arrow, but you said you wanted to see it up top. We're seeing it now. They're going in for this, trying to take the melee Rax at the same time. The Pango is trying to deal with them up there on the top side of the map. It's just the Beastmaster and the Ench, but the Avalanche looks for a toss back. He's not going to find it. Oh, and the Disruptor ulti, but Force Staff Kinetic Field wasn't on point. Jumps back in. Tiny, crazy, 7E low, but gonna be able to walk away for a moment. Finally gets brought down. Does have buyback. They don't have Pango in this fight.
Keep it in.
Could go poorly for him. Okay, now the show up is there, trying to burn through Shiro here with the impetus hits, but it's not gonna happen. So in the end, doing some pretty good damage there onto these racks. Shiro, he's not leaving. Still sticking around. They need to find some type of initiation onto him, but it's a little bit too scary. The gem on the ground will get picked up now.
And now instantly back, to push it out. No, I feel like this is kind of, after this one fight from YBB, in the back of their minds, like, okay, this is what we need to do. Force nothing to say to defend. Whilst he's defending, then we can try and look for these opportunities. But sure, you know, Rax goes down. And yeah, YBB just sweeping back across the map. H is out now in 7 seconds.
Okay. Could make a difference. They're going to retake their outpost. Lol. Spreading through the map. I mean, he is still 8,000 gold behind the Clinks, but a lot of that is this like burning army that I don't even think he cast in the last fight, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think he did either.
Shiro, he's the first one forward. Do they spot him? Gem, where is it? They don't have it. Static Storm on a boat. That is devastating. Has to buy back immediately. Cool. Does he want to come back into this fight? Wait a minute. They're turning now. Avalanche toss with the Aghanims. It's good damage out, but it's not enough. And they don't have Static Storm now. Why You Smile goes down. Nothing to say. Jumps onto Beyond. They buy back on the Ench. Everybody trying to get away from the rest of YBB. The Static Storm down now for 40 seconds. Is this the timing that YBB were looking for? I mean, they have BKB on Lewis still?
They have to be so careful. Like, they just traded buyback to obtain no real map control in YBB. Yeah. And now it's a clear objective for PSG. It's group up, make sure we have resources. If we hit Static Storm and TA, she dies, no buyback, it's GG. So for PSG, they have one clear path to victory. Maybe that is what hurts them. Maybe if they overcommit, just chasing for the TA. Again, there's a lot of turnaround from YBB, but no, for PSG, they know exactly what they need to do.
I think that that's one of those moments. Oh wait, the gem didn't scout that. Okay, now that they're
it's pretty awkward. I mean, that's really awkward.
Oh my God,
PSG
didn't scout that.
Oh
no! No! Static Storm, it's down on the Tiny. Wait, he gets out. He gets out. How'd he get out? Zeal misses the call. Okay, things got very weird. Things got super weird. Lou on top of Why You Smile. He's dead. Nothing to say, wants to roll up. Beyond, pops his BKB, tries to back away. Shiro in the middle of this fight. All eyes on him. The damage coming from Tian Ming, but Lul, he doesn't want to go in, doesn't want to commit himself because he doesn't have buyback ready. They need to go for a second round here in a second. Well, still looking. Avalanche on 2. Nothing to say. Thinking about the jump in. Finds it right there with the call. Zeal was waiting. Where's the save? It's not there. Lowell was right to not go in as he got caught and killed. No TA for 2 minutes. What can LGD do in this timing?
Yeah, already Enchantress is drawing the lane on top side. Beyond, please get to top side of the map. Please start split pushing. We have no buyback. And Zeal, honestly, MVP of the previous fight. Not going to say the game, but just the previous fight. His patience, waiting for TA to show her face for just a split second. Boom, instant axe call. You know she doesn't have buyback. PSG knew they had one thing to do to win the game. And
Beyond missed the wave. It passed right by him. Now
they have no fortify either.
The second one. Yeah, this is a problem. The multi-shot, it is killing off those creeps very quickly. They will have the macro pyre ready in a second. 7E gets taunted, pulled in. Beyond, he's shown back up now, goes for the roar, but the control is there. 7E gonna get chopped, gonna get killed. LGD running in for the throne with nobody left alive. GG is gonna be called. That one has gotta be heartbreaking.
Oh, poor old Ybb. I'm happy they got to make their aggressive plays. I'm happy they got to showcase what they can do in a Dota game. But PSG, they...